Hello. So my cat and I have been thinking, and I realised that I can play Alice's Restaurant by Arlo Guthrie, but I learned it from watching a lot of live versions and listening a lot, and I couldn't really find a tutorial video that I liked on YouTube, so I guess here's me trying to do that with my cat. He's not helping me very much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it through a couple of times, maybe once and then once slower, and then I'll just go step by step and explain every phrase. The good thing about Alice's Restaurant is that it's basically just a loop. It's a 4-phrase loop, and it's got a few quirks in it, but those are pretty self-explanatory. So this is Alice's Restaurant once through, so that you can have a look at me, hopefully playing it right. And then once though, a little bit slower. Okay, so the initial walk-up is pretty simple. It's basically just some rising tents, and my cat is on my desk. So you start by tucking in an open G, and bearing in mind, there's a capo on 2nd fret this whole time. Well, at least in the original recording, so if you want it to sound like how he sounds, put a capo on 2nd. I'm gonna teach it with a capo on 2nd because that's what I'm used to. So, tuck in a G, and then 3rd finger, well, 3rd fret, sorry, cellist, on the E string, and an open B, and then 1st finger on the B, and an open A, then 2nd finger on the A, 3rd finger on the B. So, and then our first position is basically a C major 7. Looks like this. Except, so this whole time, if you watch my thumb closely, or if you were watching with thumb, you're going to notice that I've been basically Travis picking. So I go. So my thumb is going to outline the bass notes as well as the 5th, the occasional 4th, you know, whatever needs to be outlined in the chord, I use my thumb for. That's a given this whole way through. And when I learned Alice's Restaurant, the first thing I did was basically until I got sick of it. It helps. It helped me. But if you don't want to do it like that, that's fine. But that's how I'm pretty sure Arlo Guthrie does it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we start, and then we shift. So from our C major to a 3rd finger on the E string, 3rd fret on the E string, and a 4th fret on the B. Right? Except with this one, we don't hit this. We kind of do a walk into the next phrase. So we've got, and then with our thumb next, we're going to pick up this finger, whack it onto a 2nd fret on the A string, and then so we outline this and then tuck in another open G, and and then land on an open A. So, our 4 phrases. And so once we've landed on that A, we're going to get into a new position. So we've got a second fret, 3rd string, and 5th fret, 6th string. So, and then you want this to be with your pinky finger so that you can either with your ring or with your middle, whatever suits you, hit that next note in the melody. So, and then with our thumb we just do. Got that? And then before the start of the next phrase, we tuck in a C, so 5th fret, G string, and then we basically get into a C major with this added extra. So it's a D major 7, I think, because it's a D major shape, I guess, but with an added C. So we hit that, except with the capital 1 2, it's a D, but you get the idea. From here, and then just go across, pluck that, and then land into that C major shape. And we hold this only for half of the bar, so we've got, and then down to a sort of altered C-G shape. So you've got your G, and then you've got 2nd fret on the 3rd string. It would be, well, it would be, but that's not really how it goes. So from here, and then right before you do the walk in again, you tuck this C in. So, and then land on another C. Got a nice octave. And then again, second phrase starts off exactly the same until here again on this tuck, and then you land into the same position, that nice crunchy chord, except we're not using this, and we're gonna keep our ring finger, it's gonna start to become a little bit more mobile. So that's how the phrase starts. So explained, that bass is, so I'm picking up my ring finger and I'm moving it across a string, same fret, and so we hold this position for double the time that we did in the last phrase. So, got it? And then this next walk up is kind of staggered, so instead of, we're going to actually separate the notes out. So from here, we land an open B and a G, and then we go straight on to a C. So this is the only bit in the whole of the vamp really that's properly syncopated in terms of the melody. So it sounds like this. So we've got our C and our G, B and our G, C, open, 2, 1, 3, 2, but separated and with more emphasis on the melody line than on the bass. So, and then we get into that first position again, except on this third phrase it's a little bit more finicky, because instead of moving, we're actually going to keep stationary. So you're going to want your middle finger on your C, and then second finger, pointer finger, where it usually would be on a second fret, and then keep your pinky finger on this nice 7th, because Well, that's useful. With this phrase, we're also being mobile with our middle finger to hit more of a bass line. So it goes like this. So it sounds the exact same as the first two, except we're just using a different chord, like sort of configuration to get to it. So we've got, and then this is where it gets a little different as well. Shift back onto that C, and then we've got a, so tuck that in, and then move back across again. That's different. So on that last part of this phrase, we actually pick up our pinky finger onto the 3rd fret of the E string. So, full phrase, sorry. And then tuck in an open G. And then our next position is a pointer finger on the 1st fret of your E string, and middle finger, 2nd fret of your G, ring finger, 3rd fret of your D. And this is another walk up. It's another very much on the beat, just 4 chords. Apart from that little. So we've got. So with this one, the reason that our pointer finger is so like branched across and the reason that it's so slanted is because at a point we're going to need to bar. So you start by plucking 1st fret, 1st string even, and the 4th string, and then 3rd string and the 5th. So we've got a 3rd fret and then open. So this is all again going up. Your melody is, sorry, and your bass is, yeah. So we've got, and then shove a bar down so that we can get to that 1st fret on the 5th string, and then a 3rd finger up. So it's 2, open, 1, 3, and so we've got, and then you can bring this middle finger across, so our bass line is going a semitone up. Sorry. Yeah, to like a sort of altered D stage, I think it would be. Would it? I'm not sure. So our last shape looks like this. So we've got 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and then on your 4th string, on your G, we've got another tucked in ring finger on the 2nd fret, because our melody is, you might notice that I've got my 1st finger down, but I've also got my 3rd finger down, but that's because we need to get that. And we don't really have enough fingers to be able to do that without having your 1st finger ready. So, this last phrase, because the 4th phrase of the vamp is exactly the same as the 1st, goes like this. So the melody is, and your thumb goes, so it's 2nd open, 2nd open on that D. So we've got, and then straight back into your 1st phrase. So, once more, and I'll pull this in a bit so you can look at everything that I just did. Hopefully I will do it like I said that I usually do it. Okay, so, last run through, this is Alice. that's it. Hope that was remotely helpful. Sorry if it was poorly explained. I've never really done one of these before, and I'm actually not that good at the guitar. But yeah, hope you enjoyed anyway, and that this is useful to the 2 people on YouTube that are gonna have got through the whole 15 minutes of this video. Yeah, thanks for watching, if you have. Okay, cool. Goodbye, good luck. It's a tricky one.